Meanwhile, the US has pledged to impose new sanctions on Iran following that attack on Israel. And the EU's top diplomat, Josep Borrell, says further sanctions are also going to be discussed by European leaders at their summit in Brussels, which is underway. Well, France 24's Monte Francis takes a closer look now at the existing penalties that have been imposed on Tehran.
Just days after Iranian rockets lit up the skies over Israel, both the U.S. and the EU are vowing to respond with new penalties for Tehran.
I fully expect that we will take additional sanctions action against Iran in the coming days.
I will send to the External Action Service the request to start the necessary work related to these sanctions.
New sanctions come in addition to an already sweeping set of American and European penalties against Iran, tied to its connections to terrorism, its human rights record, and its nuclear program. When then U.S. President Donald Trump withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal in 2018, his administration reimposed U.S. sanctions that had been eased under the agreement, and added new sanctions as well, which have continued under Joe Biden. The sanctions include a ban on nearly all U.S. trade with Iran, the blocking of the Iranian government's assets in the U.S., and the prohibition of U.S. foreign assistance and arms sales. The penalties have also targeted thousands of people and companies, both in Iran and in foreign countries. For its part, the EU has a range of sanctions already in place, including restrictions on trade, travel bans, and the freezing of assets. Last year, the EU banned the export of parts Iran uses to make drones, some of which have been used by Russia during its invasion of Ukraine, and also used by Tehran in its attack on Israel over the weekend. In recent years, the combined effect of US-EU sanctions have had a crushing impact on Iran's economy, effectively putting a cap on crucial oil exports and causing inflation to soar. Meanwhile, with a nuclear deal in tatters, Iran is said to have edged closer than ever to having nuclear capability.
At least 7